All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Kaguya-sama, Love is War, Season 3, Episode 5. Another episode of this wonderful show. I can't get enough of it.
We now have basically been given an opportunity to see who is ranked where, and our boy Shirogane has maintained his yeah. And that was awesome. And, you know, of course, respectively in her class as well. You tried Ishigami.
You did good.
That.
You advanced 25 levels, and the thing is, since you had been like not trying at all, there could have been a big distance between you and like the next few people up. So you know, like good job.
Good job.
Keep it up.
Way to go, buddy.
Yeah.
Way to go. But this is a situation. We have Kay now being a little bit more aware of where things are being set up here. We have Harsaka and Hayasaka and all of the Hamasaka cinematic universe being pulled into play here, reinforcing that she is best girl.
Right.
And yeah. Kaguya, you need to get on this shit.
You do. Because otherwise, any one of Hayasaka's personalities could take him away from you.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion. Y'all, we just witnessed a perfect Kaguya episode.
I want to say this is my favorite Kaguya episode, but at the same time,
there's so many good episodes.
I feel
but this just goes up there in the top 5 or what have you.
Right, like even among the incredible, fantastic episodes that Kaguya so consistently delivers, you know, that blow us away, even with our expectations already set, you know, high. Like, this was a gem among gems. Like,
this was something where they took the usual skit formula of having Chika teach MIYUKI something.
Yep.
And basically leaned so hard into it that we not only got basically multiple musical performances out of like the characters, like four of the characters each gave unique musical performances, but then we also got a unique ED specifically because of this.
Yep.
And we'll probably not get it again. So this is just them flexing on us.
Chika dance equivalent.
This is the Chika dance equivalent.
Yep. And holy shit, like the idea. So okay, if you have an anime and you've got a bunch of characters that you absolutely love, right? Why not put them into situations that are just cool and just like rule of cool in the everyday life kind of thing, right?
Right.
Yes, have them have an awesome kick-ass rap battle, you know, that ends up being this whole big thing that is also them bearing themselves and a great moment of character development and communication and vulnerability. Yes. And then also, why not, then show them, like, having a concert in the end credits of the episode.
Breakdancing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Ishigami was popping off. Like, this was so wonderful. Like, and I gotta say, Chika doing rap is like that's like peak Chika. Like, I feel like she did that early on in the show, like at another point.
Well, that was her yo.
Right, exactly.
And that was her cringe rapping, was that she didn't know how to rap.
She didn't know how to rap. But now it's like, you know, but she still owned that energy for sure. But now it's the no. They actually can rap. They're rapping together. And like,
and it was actually pretty good.
It was really good.
It was pretty good for their, you know, first time doing this series.
Right.
But what I really liked about this episode was that this is all built on the backs of the character development for all the characters thus far. The one who obviously has the least kind of development from this specifically is Kaguya, because for her it's a thing of where, you know, she's kind of observing this kind of stuff happening.
Exactly.
But she then got to observe stuff going on with Hayasaka, and she will then have to respond to that. So her development will be in how she takes this kind of information about Hayasaka's, you know, plights, if you will, into their relationship moving forward. But with MIYUKI, Chika, and Hayasaka, holy shit. Chika is probably the next lowest on the scale here, because for her, it's the idea of, oh, I'm not just going to be the one that's there to help MIYUKI.
I can also
build myself. I can work on myself. And I think that's the theme of the music that they were doing, was that, you know, in our desire to communicate our feelings to another person, we also should work on ourselves. We should take that time to work on ourselves. And that's what MIYUKI does. He works on himself,
And he's very good at that. That's like almost his defining characteristic.
It is.
Because he does that. He does that really well, you know.
Yeah, he's not innately talented.
No.
He's actually
But he works his ass off.
He's like horribly untalented.
Right.
In very specific areas, of course. And while he is definitely a smart person.
Sure.
He's able to understand rap theory relatively well. And I liked that
well,
he
he'll have
actually...
to be able to teach Chica and coach her despite not being able to actually sing.
I liked that distinction, the idea that someone can know the theoretical aspects of a subject matter, but not be able to implement it properly because they don't have the motor function skills or the ability to think, in that specific, medium. That's really cool. I also really like that in some ways anime is teaching some people who probably don't know shit about rap to basically be like, no, it's actually a form of literature almost. Like
I could totally
in that form, yeah.
I could totally see a small element of this be something where, the yo-yo Chica rap stuff happened earlier, and then, maybe there was like the a fan or something like that was like, there's really a lot more to rap than that, or something like that. And then
so the mangaka
hears about it, and then it's like,
and then researched the shit out of it, and was like, this is so cool.
This is great. This is awesome. I'm getting this shit in here. So
that could be it.
This was
I'm sure there's an explanation in the manga, what was the reason for this?
Some author question thing or something like that.
This is probably a unique chapter, like in and of itself, or two. But okay, Hayasaka though, Hayasaka had the lion's share of the development here, because for her, we've known how she's been getting she has a complex because of Kaguya.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kaguya is not easy to help and serve and work for and all that.
Because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right?
Nope.
And then on top of that, there's all the stuff that she has to do to help Kaguya and protect her from the adults in her life that would want to control her. Yeah. I love that as something that's being brought up in the rap, because we don't often get to see that in the show, because one, Hayasaka does a very good job, and two, because the show revolves around the stuff that happens at school, which is kind of Kaguya's one escape from it, right? Where it's she can go
to the student council room.
Yep, I am not the heir of a mega company or whatever, right now I'm just a girl at school that is doki doki in love with President Senpai.
It's a way in which it's a way in which she can be disconnected from reality and thus not really bear the consequences of reality yet. But it is something that the show has repetitively brought up as being a looming doom of sorts that will come, like when she graduates. Right. So
in this show, the point is that no one makes progress, or the bromance doesn't make progress.
Time passes on.
Time still passes. Yeah. What are you gonna do about that?
And that's why the skit with Maki afterwards is so brilliant. Is the idea of live your life now, express your feelings once they come up. Which don't hold back. Don't make the mistake that I did.
Right. A comedic premise ends up becoming a very heartfelt theme for the show, right? Because we even got this in previous stuff, like Ishigami wanting to be like, oh, I want to confess my feelings, I want to get better, I'm going to study. Oh wait, I did all this work, but I still didn't make as much progress in the exam scores as I would have liked. Yep. At this rate, I probably won't get to the point that I want to be before I graduate, right? So what are you gonna do?
What are you going to do?
It's a good question,
It's a very good question.
And it's something that these characters will need to deal with. And I feel like this is a great example of what takes Kaguya as a fun show. Yes. And elevates it into the stratosphere of being like
a great show.
A great show.
Yeah.
Yes, it does the comedy. It does it
very well.
Fucking tastically, right? The adding of the bleeped out, fucker and motherfucker and all that stuff, and the rapping and stuff, that was fantastic. But no, one of the greatest comedy bits that we've gotten was also a way to showcase the growth of our core cast, right? Getting those things to happen at the same time, like have them happen in the same show, right, to this level of excellence is wonderful, right? Yeah. To have them happen at the same time, that's flexing at that point.
Yeah,
like
that's just skill.
Yeah.
That's then the creators or the creator flexing their talent.
To freestyle rap, basically.
Yeah, to machine gun their emotions about these characters all over us. So,
and it has a rhythm, it has a cadence, you know, it obeys rules and things like that. And then us, the audience, just gets to be dumbfounded and be like, holy shit, yeah.
But, all right, Hayasaka, you expressed your feelings to everyone there.
Yep.
In some ways, the one who wins kind of second here is Chika for getting to just kind of experience all this
and yet
wonderfulness.
She doesn't actually understand necessarily what's happening because she still thinks that Hayasaka is a dude.
Yeah. Kaguya, though, you saw something that you could then theoretically learn from, too.
Sure.
The dramatic representation of feelings being expressed. Now, whether this leads to actual progress for the relationship of Kaguya and Miyuki is up in the air. But Kaguya, you saw this.
Right.
You beheld what was going on.
And
Hayasaka very much drilled her rap towards Kaguya, not towards Miyuki.
Nope. And something else that I want to bring up is that while Hayasaka is very much doing it in kind of a joking way when she's like, well, hey, you know, the best relationships start as friendships, right? You know?
Yeah.
Yes, that's something where she's trying to like egg Kaguya on and be
but
also there could be a part of it where it's potentially serious because right here, Miyuki ended up having a more vulnerable interaction with Hayasaka or Harsaka than he
Kaguya.
Ever has, I would say. With okay, not necessarily
season
ever.
2.
Yeah, no, season 2 had some pretty great moments, but the point is that the acceleration and the rate and all of that stuff for the amount of time that he has spent with Hayasaka and things like that
is insane.
It is insane, and eventually,
that's why she's best girl.
And that's why she's best girl. But it also means that fairly soon, if things don't change, Kaguya, the person that he has had the most vulnerable interactions with will probably be Hayasaka and not you.
Yeah, but for now, he really likes you.
Yep.
He's doing this in a lot of ways, mostly because of the ways in which he kind of needs to, you know, connect those feelings of sorts with Harsaka, with also the experience he had with her in the the karaoke room.
Indeed.
But when, you know, he was hanging out with Maki and Ishigami, the one that came to mind was Kaguya.
Right. Because of course.
Yeah, he had a little moment, but he is in love with Kaguya. But there's a very real possibility that, you know, love unspoken, love ungiven, love unrevealed will just fizzle away.
Yeah,
after high school.
And
if this show is to go beyond high school, which I very much hope it does,
I hope so too.
I would very much see this as a thing that you would lose out in the meta kind of things. Kaguya.
Maki having her skit is very relevant to this show and the conflict in this show.
And in this episode.
But having it in this episode, and specifically after that bit with the rapping and everything in Hayasaka, that makes it extra important.
Yeah.
So, because the thing is, it's not just Kaguya, right? Miyuki as well. It's like you can say the whole thing of like, yes, you should just be confident and not worry about your pride or whatever, right? And then of course after that, all three of them are like, yeah, but we don't do that, you know.
Yeah, she's like, I'm too scared to say anything. It's like,
us too.
Yep, we are too. Yep.
So. If there's anybody that is of the high school age watching our videos, I will say, if you can muster up the courage, go for it.
Go for it. Yeah.
You may crash and burn, but go for it.
Yeah, I think one of the rough things is that there are people in their 20s that are incapable of communicating their feelings for somebody.
Sure, yeah, that's another potential way to put it. Not just in the potential positive, but in the aversion and avoidance of a negative. That behaviors that you set up for yourself will not automatically change because of you getting older.
What's the phrase? Perfection is the enemy of progress?
Oh, sure, yeah. Or
it's basically the idea that if you want to move forward in something, you have to be okay with doing it badly. If you want to rap, you have to start rapping badly first.
Yep.
In some ways, this episode is all about progress and how what it takes to make progress is intention, effort, commitment, and then actual
like education,
actual,
so that it's
like
it's going in a good direction.
No. I think in some ways that's part of the part of the effort, basically. If you are not willing in some ways to bring other people involved into your progress, you won't necessarily go that far. Sure. I think most progress starts with just you making a simple decision.
Oh yeah.
But the way in which you keep moving is involved with the effort and the commitment. But somewhere mixed in there that I think a lot of people don't really give as much value to until they've really been in that situation is when you do it with other people, especially if you're in like this school setting where you have like a team that's naturally just going to be available to you.
Right.
That's so powerful. Yeah. And thus, the fact that Miyuki had Chika made this whole thing remotely possible.
Right. Imagine if Kei did not know Chika and she's just like, I'm dying, I'm going to kill my brother. And she's just like, please, for the love of God, if you value my life, stop doing whatever you're doing. And then maybe he does,
Yeah.
Right? Or if he goes to see Chika and Chika is like, nope, I'm not helping you. That's so terrible. It's not happening. But, then the fact that Chika was able to be vulnerable about the fact that she can't even really rap either.
Well also that he's doing this primarily for expressing feelings.
Yeah, if he was just like, I want to learn to rap, but he didn't necessarily say why, Chika probably wouldn't have been willing to help him.
Yeah. So just really brilliant stuff for the rapping side of things, and then to actually give us the visual and auditory experience that was the whole skit, basically, of the actual rapping.
The visuals during the rapping were incredible. Holy shit. And the part where Chika like grabs like the actual like park itself and uses it as like the record, effect maker, like that was incredible. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Maki, I'm actually really starting to enjoy as a character, not just as a shtick character, but in the like actual like genuine care about her as a person.
But seeing her vulnerability and her struggle.
Yep.
I will tell you, this is part and parcel to the best way to, in my opinion, introduce a character and make them likable quickly. I don't know why a lot of stories don't understand this, but I could see a lot of people mistaking the fact that she's funny as the reason why she's more likable generally.
Right, that helps given that this is a comedy show. But for the genuine care, the thing that makes Kaguya as a show go beyond just a really good show to being a great show, it's that kind of stuff.
It's the struggle, and it's the actual vulnerability of the emotions in the expression of all these characters.
The fact that we can go from being like, haha, this is great, and just, having it, yucking it up, right, to, oh shit.
Oh shit, real shit. Ishigami really wants to dream and go beyond it and prove himself and grow so that he can be someone that the girl that he likes, I forgot her name, is someone that would actually,
respect
him. And it's like, no, buddy, I feel you, but it might be too late to go for that angle. Like, you're not the Persona 4 protagonist. You can't just
do it all in a single school year.
You can't just just increase your stats like all of a sudden.
But
you go. These characters.
We will cheer them on until the end of time.
So. Unless they're the devil, the Nagisa.
That was okay. I gotta say that whole conversation was absolutely great. Where the guys are just like, no, it won't work. That if they've banged, nothing that we do that. They're on a different level
immune
from us virgins.
She's ascended, and now basic debuffs and attacks are useless to us mortals. And then the way she's like, I think Nagisa is more like Satan than a goddess. And then they did the actual
six-winged, armor-clad hellfire in the background.
Right. But I just love the idea of the multiple wings. Like they're actually going for like the actual angel biblical kind of version there, where it's all the wings and everything. But also just this series has its love of video games, and I loved so much it's like bosses that we faced individually from the past
that then fused
together to form like a even stronger monstrosity. Like the way they just bring that up
Yep.
And then they start to loom over them as they're laughing, like, ha ha ha. And then she's like, ah.
Chika's like, oh shit.
And the subtitles over them for
the faces and
for rhythm and what was it, like musical notes or something like
something.
that? Yeah, I think it was
rhythm and lyrics, maybe, or
rhythm and pitch. Yeah. You have the lich and the demon, you know, and it's just like, beautiful. Yes, good luck. But Kaguya's beat all of Dark Souls. Like, I mean, not Kaguya, Chika.
Yeah. See, that would... If Ishigami ever wanted to bond with Chika, he could be like, "Hey, Chika, there are these video games." She'd be like, "Nerd stuff, Ishigami."
No, that's basic. I play D&D. Like that's the thing, because she's a part of the tabletop RPG.
That's right.
The tabletop
club.
The tabletop club. So she's probably not using this as a video game connection. She's like, it's like a Baylor and a Lich just fused together, and I now have to fight both of them.
But imagine if Ishigami was like, "No, fighting these bosses, it's like trying to teach Miyuki something new," and then she'd be like, "Click for her," and she'd be like, "Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I could get into this.
I can do this.
Yeah. But wonderful stuff.
Perfect. Amazing.
Next episode.
Yeah, next episode. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.